core message of today's video is to focus on one thing. If you have a goal in mind or want to be great at anything, then that's the only thing that you should be focused on. In Genesis chapter 6, God approached Noah and asked him to build an ark, and Noah did exactly that. He didn't look to see what else he can do. God asked and he came through. In verse 22, it says he did all that God commanded him. So often in our lives, whether you're in high school, they tell you to play multiple sports. And this is my personal opinion. If you want to be great at one sport, then you shouldn't be playing multiple sports. For me, it was football. And growing up, I played lacrosse, I wrestled. And once I decided that I wanted to go Division I for college football, I removed everything else because, sure, those other sports can help with my overall athleticism, but they weren't going to help me get better at playing football. The only way I saw myself getting better at playing football was by practicing football. Then when you graduate, you have these guys saying that the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. And then you have these kids going out and they're becoming jacks of all trades and a master of none. They're trying to do way too many things, going way too broad, rather than just focusing on what's right in front of them. And the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because, based on my personal opinion, is that if you want to be great at anything, or if you have a goal for yourself, then you should focus in on what's most important to you and remove anything else that's going to either prevent you from getting there, or that's not the main thing. It's not improving the bottom line. And so my point goes back to playing football back in high school. Growing up, I enjoyed playing lacrosse. I enjoyed wrestling. I enjoyed doing all these things, being around my friends. And then once I made that decision that I was going to do anything in my power to try and go play Division I ball, I removed all of those things from my life. In our lives, we're going to have to make these sacrifices, whether you're, younger, you're in your career, relationships, whatever or wherever you're at in your life, you're going to have to sacrifice certain things to achieve the goals that you have in mind for yourself. So I'll start off with verse 9. Again, Genesis chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a righteous man, blameless in his generation. Noah walked with God. And Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Now the earth was corrupt in God's sight, and the earth was filled with violence. And God saw the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted their way on the earth. And God said to Noah, I have determined to make an end of all flesh, for the earth is filled with violence through them. Behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make yourself an ark of gopher wood. Make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and out with pitch. This is how you're going to make it. The length of the ark 300 cubits, its breadth 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Make a roof for the ark, and finish it to a cubit above, and set the door of the ark in its side. Make it with lower, second and third decks. For behold, I will bring a flood of waters upon the earth to destroy all flesh, in which is the breath of life under heaven. Everything that is on the earth shall die, but I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall come into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Of the birds according to their kinds, and of the animals according to their kinds, of every creeping thing of the ground according to its kind. 2 of every sort shall come into you to keep them alive. Also take with you every sort of food that is eaten, and store it up. It shall serve as food for you and for them. Noah did this. He did all that God commanded him. And God had a very specific layout for what Noah was to build and what Noah was to do. And he delivered. And in our lives, we may or may not be told what to do, but it may not align with what we have in mind for ourselves. And so at the end of the day, what are the things that are going to drive you forward and help you achieve your goals? I thought it would be relevant to talk through because, coming up through high school, I even heard college coaches, and I think it's still pretty common to hear college coaches say that they want to see kids play multiple sports. And yeah, maybe it shows that you have, athleticism, that you could play, football, lacrosse, hockey, this, that, etc. But if you're not going to school for hockey, wrestling, lacrosse, and you're going to school for football, then you need to be the most polished football player that you can be, in my opinion. And the same goes for your career, the same goes for your relationships, the same goes for anything in your life. Just like we see in Genesis chapter 6, where God told Noah to focus in on one thing. He gave him the specific layout of what he needed to do. Noah didn't let any distractions get in his way. He delivered upon God's request. And so just wanted to share this message with you guys. I think it's relevant. I think it's important. If you guys find value, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate your time.